sports fans and baseball fans. Today I have a computer Strat-O-Matic baseball game for you. It will be the 1994 California Angels, which will be managed by me. And they were bad, against the 1994 Toronto Blue Jays. Now, these are two teams that two franchises that I don't play a lot of, so I wanted to get this game in. I also, again, I'm not feeling up to playing at the table, card and dice yet. Hopefully that'll come, maybe when I'm fully retired. But in the meantime, I will fill the gaps with commentary videos and computer games, and this is one of them. So as you can see, we have the players out on the listed here, the lineups and the pitchers. For our California Angels, we'll be pitching Mark Leiter, and the lineup will be Chad Curtis in center field leading off. Harold Reynolds will bat second and play second. Tim Chili Davis will play left field and bat third. Batting in the cleanup spot will be Tim Salmon. And in the fifth spot will be Bo Jackson. He'll be the DH. So you get a little Bo Jackson here. Spike Owen will be the third baseman. JT Snow will be at first. And we have Gary DeSarcina at shortstop. And then Greg Myers will be the catcher. For Toronto, they'll be pitching Pat Hentgen, and their lineup will be Roberto, Alomar at second, Paul Molitor, the DH, batting second. Joe Carter will be in right field, batting third. Batting in the cleanup spot will be John Olerud. Batting fifth will be Devon White, I don't remember his name. Carlos Delgado will play left and bat sixth. Batting seventh will be Ed Sprague at third base. Dick Schofield will be the shortstop, and Pat Borders will be the catcher, Pat north of the borders. And so with that, we're going to get on with the game. And so you can see we've got Hentgen out there. Or they have Hentgen out there, and we have Chad Curtis ready to take him on. And I guess I'll put myself down here so that you can see the result, and that's going to be a strikeout. Chad Curtis is out. Harold Reynolds is the next batter, and he is going to fly out to right. And that'll bring up Chili Davis. And he is going to hit a home run. He's going to hit it out. Hit it out for us. Gone goodbye. He takes Hentgen deep. And Tim Salmon is the batter. Good batter in his own right. But he will line out or ground out. Or whatever he did. So we're sending Mark Leiter out there. Not a very good pitcher for that season, and I wanted to make this a challenging game. So we will deal to Roberto Alomar, who is leading off for them and gets a base hit. So he hits it right up the middle, and he is aboard with Paul Molitor up. Paul Molitor looks like he's going to try to bunt, but that's an error on our catcher, so they got two on, but they pop out. Carter pops out. Nice. We needed that. We needed a harmless out that didn't advance anybody, and we got it. That brings up Olerud, and Olerud is going to line out to right field, and Salmon, he'll make the play. And that brings up Devon White. And he is going to ground out. So we got in a little bit of trouble, but we got out of it. And now Bo Jackson. Bo knows a lot of stuff, but he knows he just struck out to Hentgen and is going back to the dugout. Spike Owen is up, and Spike Owen is going to line out to third base. So there's 2 down, and J.T. Snow is the batter, the first baseman for us, and he strikes out. We maintain our 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the 2nd inning, with Carlos Delgado flying out. Almost a home run, but not quite. He didn't quite do it. That brings up Ed Sprague, and Ed Sprague is going to ground out to third base. So Mark Leiter pitching pretty well for us, even though he did not have a good card and did not have a good year. He's going to walk Schofield, and that'll bring up Pat Borders. And I think the photo was Dick Schofield's father, Dick Schofield, not the Dick Schofield for California or for Toronto. So Gary DeSarcina is batting for us. He wasn't a great hitter, and he shows it there. He strikes out to Hentgen. Greg Myers is the batter, the catcher, and he is going to be out. And that brings up Chad Curtis back to the top of the lineup, and he's going to pop out to third. So we're going to maintain our 1-0 lead going to the bottom of the 3rd. Mark Leiter still pitching relatively good here, relatively well. Relatively well, I guess, is the proper term, and it's going to be an out. The catcher makes the play. Molitor up. Molitor's going to line out to third. Be amazing if we can get Leiter to the 7th inning, and it looks like he might be up for that. Strikes out Carter, and now we're back up. Harold Reynolds, our second hitter, he's going to strike out. That brings up Chili Davis, and I think he's the one that homered last time, and he did. This time he's flying out to Devon White, very good outfielder, and that'll bring up Tim Salmon. And Tim Salmon is going to single. So Tim Salmon hits one up the middle. He's on first. Bo Jackson. And that's going to be a pass ball, so there's a runner at second. And he is going to ground out to the shortstop. Let's see if Schofield makes the play. No, he does not. That brings up Spike Owen. And we would wish for somebody else to be up there, but runners advance on a pass ball, and so we have a 2-0 lead now, and Spike Owen still up. And they're going to walk. Why did they walk Spike Owen? I don't know, but Snow is up, and he's going to strike out. Maybe because Snow didn't have that great of a year that year. I don't know. But we have a 2-0 lead going into the bottom of the 4th inning with Olerud up, and he is going to fly out to center. So he flies out to Curtis. There's 1 down and Devon White up. Devon White is going to fly out to left field. That is 2 down. And Carlos Delgado up, and he's going to walk. So they got a man aboard here in the 4th with 2 down and Ed Sprague up. But he strikes out, and Leiter continues to light up the Blue Jays. Hentgen comes back out to the mound, and DeSarcina is the first batter he'll face. He hits the ball out to shortstop, and he beat it out for an infield hit. And so Greg Myers is the batter. He's going to hit the ball to third. Sprague is equally as poor at third as the other guy is at Schofield, yeah. And that's going to be an infield hit, and Chad Curtis is now up. But he's going to fly out for the first out. That will bring to the plate Harold Reynolds. And Harold Reynolds hits a single. You know what? I'm sending the lead runner on that. And they don't even contest it. It's 3-0. And Chili Davis is the batter. He homered in the first inning, and he strikes out here for the second out of the fifth inning. And Tim Salmon is up. And he is going to hit a single. It's only going to be a... Well, no, it doesn't have to be. I guess I'm going to send the runner. I mean, I'm playing with house money here. We're going to send the trailing runner, too. Oh, boy, they got him. But I still have a 3-0 lead, and Leiter pitching well and Dick Schofield up and striking out. So that's the first out immediately of the bottom of the fifth inning for the Blue Jays. And they're going to pop out to short with Pat Borders. So there's 2 down. And that brings up Roberto Alomar, and he's going to walk. So Leiter does the same thing he did back in the fourth. He gets 2 outs, and then he walks a batter. And that's going to be a ground out to third by Paul Molitor. So Leiter is pitching out of his mind here. Bo Jackson is the batter. Bo strikes out again. He struck out the last time that he was up. Or maybe 2 times ago. And that's going to be an out by Spike Owen. Spike Owen is out. And that brings up JT Snow. And JT Snow is also out. He lines out to Alomar. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Mark Leiter still out there. I got to believe that this team has a good bullpen, or at least somebody out in the bullpen that's good. Chad Curtis is under the ball, and he makes the play. Olerud is up. Olerud pops out, although we may not need it. I mean, he's pitching really. I mean, he's only given up 1 hit and no runs so far, which is crazy. And Devon White is the batter. And he's going to ground out to Reynolds. So Hentgen comes back out to the mound. Gary DeSarcina is the batter, and he's going to fly out to center. Hentgen has to be disappointed in his offense, because really this game, this is a good Blue Jays offense. They could be right in this game, but they just continually get out. And Chad Curtis is the batter, and he's going to hit a home run and put us on the board again. So I was thinking we were still with Toronto batting, but no. So Chad Curtis makes it 4-0. Harold Reynolds is up, and they're going to make a change. They're going to go to Tony Castillo to pitch. And Harold Reynolds is going to hit the ball to center for the out. Here in the top of the 7th inning, we have a 4-0 lead. And we've got 7 hits and made 1 error. The Blue Jays only have 1 hit and have made 1 error. And so we're definitely going to send Leiter back out there to face Carlos Delgado, who walks. So he walks the leadoff batter here. That's a little concerning. Ed Sprague is the batter, but he's going to strike out. The bottom of this Blue Jay order isn't really that impressive. Dick Schofield is up. He used to be on California. There's a ground ball, and they are going to get the out at second. And so Pat Borders is up with 2 down and a man at first. They're going to pinch hit Mike Huff. Mike Huff with a pinch hit, and that's going to be a wild pitch. And then they're going to strike out Mike Huff. So, I think I'm going to keep Leiter out there. I want to see what he can do here. Meanwhile, we get Chili Davis aboard with a walk. And Tim Salmon up. And he's going to strike out. That brings up Bo Knows. Bo knows how to hit into a double play. Bo has not been good this game. But he hasn't had to be because Mark Leiter is just pitching lights out here. That's out to DeSarcina. And that's a base hit for Alomar. It's an infield base hit. And now they hit a triple, no, a double. It's going to be a double over Curtis's head. Now all of a sudden he's falling apart. Carter is up. I'm going to pitch to Carter, and I should not have done that. They knock in 2 with that, and they're going to cut the lead in half. So I will go to the bullpen. I wanted to see Mark Leiter get through this, but it's not going to happen. So let's go to not Joe Gray, because he's terrible. Let's not go to Leftwich. How about Lefferts? No, not Left. Well, maybe Lefferts. Patterson, maybe Patterson. I'm going to say let's go to Patterson. So Patterson will be pitching to Olerud. No, he's going to pinch hit Darnell Coles. And that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Hopefully this time Disarcina can make the play, and he is retired. So there's 1 down. And ground ball to second base. That's Reynolds. Let's see if Reynolds can make the play. And he does, but the runner moves to third. Delgado is up, and he is going to hit the ball to third base. We have Owen over there, and he's not good. And he lets the run score, and now it's 4-3. And all of a sudden, we're in trouble, and that's going to be a single. That's going to be a 2-base single. And now Schofield's up, and they pinch run Butler at first base. But Schofield will pop out. So luckily that's the 8th inning. We only have 1 more inning to get through. Hopefully we can win it because we are up 4-3. And Spike Owen is batting against still Tony Castillo. You wouldn't expect any different. This was the 90s. They were still pitching relievers multiple innings, as they do not do now. Snow is the batter, and he's going to hit the ball out to short to Schofield. That is an out, and Disarcina is up. And Disarcina will be out. He lines out. So we need Patterson to get us through this inning. Let's see if that can happen. That cannot happen. I don't know. I mean, he might, but Huff led off with a single. And that is going to be a ground ball double play. We needed that. The pitcher's best friend, a double play. And Molitor is up, and he is going to be out, and we hang on, and we win this one 4-3. We will take a look at the box score in a minute. So there is the batting. I didn't pinch hit or replace anybody. We got 7 hits and 4 runs. They got 7 hits and 3 runs. Leiter went 7. He allowed 3 earned runs. And then Patterson went 2 and got the save, allowing no runs. And that will be it for me. Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, signing off.